If I would have been downstairs or out here, I would have got hit.
It could have been anybody's kid. Like, it's scary.
And now at 5, bullets fly outside an Opa-locka apartment complex, striking 2 people, including an 8-year-old girl. Violent scenes like this are just a part of a disturbing trend that's unfolding in Miami-Dade.
So far in the last week, 3 people have died. The other victims have been children shot in drive-bys. CBS 4's Peter Dench joins us live from Jackson Memorial Hospital with more on this latest shooting in Opa-locka. Peter.
Well, Carly and Elliot, there are indeed some disturbing trends. Tonight it's been an extremely violent week here in Miami-Dade County, starting on Monday night with the shootings of 4 people, including 2 youngsters, a 6-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl. Then we had a series of incidents on Tuesday in which the bodies of a man and woman are found at a house in southwest Miami-Dade. And then Tuesday night, Miami-Dade police say they were forced to shoot and kill a man in his 40s who was wielding a knife during that domestic incident. And then in this latest incident in Opa-locka, 2 people were wounded in a drive-by at an apartment complex that's had some problems in the past. Now, this is where the latest victim, an 8-year-old girl, was taken with her mother at her side. Police say that her apartment complex was shattered with a number of bullets. We spoke to some people where their bullets actually entered their apartments. Prince Young shows us where bullets went into his Opa-locka apartment and says he had to act quickly. How many shots did you hear?
Over 30.
What did you think when you heard them?
It sounded like a flat tire or something at first, but then I'm like, get down, get down.
Young lives right next to where another man was shot on a second-floor balcony at the Glorietta Apartments, and where this 8-year-old girl was wounded while inside her apartment around 10 Wednesday night. She was rushed to the Ryder Trauma Center at Jackson Memorial Hospital. Dee Brooks shows us where bullets shattered her window and went into her apartment during the drive-by.
It sounded sort of like, you know, the big fireworks, but you could tell it was a gun because it was behind.
Brooks and Young say they could have lost their lives.
If I would have been downstairs or out here, I would have got hit.
It could have been anybody's kid. Like, it's scary.
Brooks feels sorry for this little girl.
I mean, I cried. I did cry because, like I said, I got 2 sons, you know, that it could have been them. This happens practically all the time. Not every day, but, you know, it seemed like it's like a ongoing thing.
It's been a violent week in Miami-Dade. On Tuesday, the bodies of a man and woman were found in this home, and a knife-wielding man was shot and killed by police in a confrontation. Monday night, 2 other young children wounded in a drive-by were also rushed to the Ryder Trauma Center. Now, Opa-locka police speak out about this 8-year-old girl.
We're talking about an 8-year-old who was inside of her home, getting ready for bed, getting ready for school tomorrow. I just know that this type of violence needs to end because we have innocent people who are being injured, who are losing their lives, and it's not right and it's not fair. And everyone needs to come together to put a stop to this because it's very unfortunate.
Now, Opa-locka police believe there was more than one gunman. They do not have a motive or a description to release of either those persons or getaway car, but if you can help them, call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. We're live in Miami. Peter Dench, CBS 4 News.